Welcome to another episode of the Nashville Dads. This episode, we talk about hand, foot, and mouth disease and kids' movies. We hope you enjoy.
Let's roll.
Huzzah! Ooh, is this a new candle?
No, we've had it for a while.
Wow. Ooh, sweet
We just
earth.
actually cleaned up to
Did
where
you?
it's not so much clutter on our dining room table.
That was a good self-edit. Well done. Oh, man. All right, Justin. So we weren't able to meet up 2 weeks ago before New Year's to record an episode because you got the daycare of all daycare illnesses.
Yes.
Your family got hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Just me and Ada.
Just you and Ada?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Haley did not get it somehow. So Ada, it was like 2 days before Christmas. She came back from daycare. It was kind of moody.
Yeah.
And we're like, something's off with her.
Sure.
And then that night, she started getting a fever and just being really, really fussy. We're like, crap, all right, she's got some type of virus or whatever. And then all of a sudden, she started getting that rash around her diaper area. And then it just started growing everywhere. So we were like, well, we can't go to my parents' house.
There's no plans you can do now.
Yep. So, all right, then Monday, my mom and dad are like, all right, well, we're at least going to come and see you guys, and help you out. Great. I'm good until that Wednesday after Christmas, and then I feel like just complete wreck.
Yeah, you said you felt like you had the flu, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I was sweating my butt off.
You were sweatier than you should be.
But I was also like just freezing.
Yeah.
I had a huge headache. I had a temperature. My body ached and everything. I was like, all right, this is either the flu or this is COVID. I still haven't had COVID to this day, knock on wood. But so we took a test for COVID, and it wasn't that. And then just a couple of days later, I started getting...
You started getting the bumps on your hands?
Those little blisters. They started off as like little pin pricks, and then they would grow substantially within 1 day.
Did for Ada, did they like blister and all that fun stuff?
Uh-huh. She had blisters everywhere, even like on the her fingertips. Yeah, and they got big. Those ones got big. I think whatever, like, just irritating them, the more you irritate them, the more they got bigger. Yeah. And just her fingertips were constantly being touched on something. And
it's like a virus, so you can't, like, there's not going to the doctor, there's not like a vaccine, there's not a medicine or anything like that. You just kind of give your kid Tylenol or ibuprofen, which I recently found out there's a big shortage of ibuprofen and Tylenol. I didn't know that until the other week whenever I was like, I need to buy some more ibuprofen, and went to like 3 stores and was like, where is it? And it's because like RSV, hand, foot, and mouth disease, and all the flu are like rampant right now.
Yeah, so RSV for some reason. We had that a month ago.
Yeah. Your kid's sickness bingo is just, you've won like 3 times. I don't know. Dude, you need a new board or something.
She better have the strongest immune system
of
when
all
she's
time.
older. She better. I mean, she's had every single thing.
I don't know how
she
couldn't. Yeah. We also, Josh had hand, foot, and mouth disease this past week also, which I texted you about. But it was like we didn't give it to him. We didn't hang out.
We did not hang out
we intentionally
at all.
did not hang out.
So it wasn't our fault.
It's hilarious to me because Josh is our only non-daycare kid. Like, as in Holly and Magnolia both went into daycare. Josh has never been in a daycare. Like, we go to the zoo, we go to the library, we go to places like that.
Question.
How did he get it?
If you get it, can you get it again?
I think so.
Okay, because
I'm pretty sure you can. Yes. Yeah.
If your daughters brought it back and we're just asymptomatic, and then gave it to Joshua,
that's always possible.
Yeah.
But what's funny to me is whenever we go to the library, Josh cries if I don't put hand sanitizer on his hand. Like,
really?
You know, like the hand sanitizer stands?
Yeah.
Like, he'll walk up to it with his hands out and go,
Well,
and
at
I'm
least
like,
he's clean.
This is a COVID baby. That's basically. So, like, we legitimately are like, how did you get this? It also, like, I didn't know that hand, foot, and mouth starts as a diaper rash normally.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, one day, like Monday, I think, had a really bad diaper rash. And I was like, oh, whoops, I need to be better about changing your diaper and making sure you're clean, I guess. This isn't normal. And then, like, 2 days later, he had, like, a slight fever, like 100 degrees. And then the next day, he had a bump on the side of his mouth. And we were like, oh, this is probably hand, foot, and mouth disease. Yeah. So then, like, we called the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, that's probably hand, foot, mouth disease.
Don't come in.
Don't come in. Like, stay away." So
did the bumps get worse for him?
No.
Oh, wow.
It was like the most casual, like, hand, foot, and mouth disease ever. Like, they barely blistered. He didn't get any inside of his mouth. He just got, he like had one on his hands. He had like a couple on his feet. Like,
so she didn't have any on her hands. We couldn't see inside her mouth.
Yeah.
But like it was 2 days of the same thing, thinking it was a diaper rash
Yeah.
and just not going away. And then Haley was like, "Let's just take her in just in case."
Yeah.
If it is hand, foot, mouth, or something else that we just don't know, because we had like the happy hiney, that stuff works miracles.
Yeah.
And that didn't do anything.
Did nothing.
So we're like, all right, this is something different for sure.
Yes.
And the doctor, I don't even think the doctor looked at her diaper rash. He looked at the back of her throat.
Yeah.
And saw, and he was like, "Yeah, this is hand, foot,
This
mouth."
is it. Get out of here.
And we were like, "All right, so what do we do?" And he's like, "Nothing. Just go back home.
You go home, and you can't really go anywhere.
Try to sanitize, wash your hands.
Yep.
Try to do your best not to get it."
Was she fussy with eating at all?
Yeah, she didn't eat at all.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Josh,
and that's how I was.
Josh was so ridiculous because he ate everything.
Really?
Yeah, that's why we were like, are we sure this is hand, foot, mouth disease? Because, like, he was guzzling milk, he was eating food, like, he was, like, baking oranges.
Like the opposite effect of
exactly.
what most people...
Yeah, so, like, I'm like, what, like, every single day we woke up this past, like, week, and we're like, what, like, there's going to be the day in which, like, he's just blistered and like, everything's awful. He never had that day.
Huh.
So like, you had a much worse hand, foot, and mouth disease experience.
Yeah, she had it everywhere.
Which I think your experience is the normal experience of, like, one of the parents gets it, but the kid is blistering, they don't eat, they're fussy.
I could have sworn our doctor and other people have said, hand, foot, mouth for adults isn't that bad.
And you're like, whatever.
But then I've heard other people say that, oh, man, I heard it's bad. And yeah, it is definitely bad. Like, I got knocked down like the flu.
Yeah.
So...
I think it's funny because, like, I know my sister-in-law, one of her kids had it like 4 times, and she got it like 2 times.
Gosh.
Like, yeah, it's just like, how does this? I don't even know. But yeah, no, I felt like I think Josh had one day of sleeping badly, and then the next day he had like a bump on the side of his mouth, and we're like, oh, that's probably we got off insanely lucky.
Yes.
So and no one else got it so far.
Yeah. So she would not eat.
Yeah.
She would drink her milk and drink some water, but she wouldn't eat that much. And the doctor was just like, I'm not worried about her eating, I'm worried about her hydration.
Yeah.
So just make sure that she's drinking her milk and drinking her water.
Did you try popsicles?
Pedialyte. She won't do popsicles,
oh, really?
But if we had the Pedialyte popsicles, so we literally just melted those down and she drank them that way.
There you go.
But she won't do popsicles for some reason.
Really?
But yeah, he just said, make sure she's hydrated.
Yeah, just make sure like 2 wet diapers a day at least. We bought popsicles because on like Tuesday or Wednesday I was like, there's gonna be a day in the next day or two in which Josh like won't eat, he won't drink, he'll be miserable. I'm gonna go and buy popsicles. And both the girls were like, do we get those? And I'm like, no, you can have one. But
you only get it if you're sick.
Are you sick?
All right, I'm sick. Yeah.
I'm going to start licking Josh. No, don't do that. But the girls love popsicles. So, yeah, they were like hawks, like swirling around. Like, can I? But, like, I feel my throat is a little scratchy. Can I? I'm like, you both can have one. We're going to split it.
How smart they are.
They are pretty smart. I thought earlier, whenever I left, we told the girls if we cleaned up everything while I was over here doing this, they could like watch a movie if like we reset and got everything ready for school because school starts back up tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And Magnolia suddenly was tired and needed to lay down for a nap. And I'm just exhausted. I can't go on. So after like 10 minutes, I was like, all right, Magnolia, I know you're fake sleeping, and if you want to be able to watch Mary Poppins, you gotta clean. She was like, okay, and got up. Immediately.
So easy.
I respected the game, though. You know.
Yeah.
It was well done.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
I'm looking forward to those days.
They're pretty fun. So you didn't like leave your house for Christmas or New Year's. Like
Correct.
You didn't go out and do anything.
Nope, we couldn't. I mean, New Year's, I was supposed to go to the UK game. It was in Nashville. We were playing Iowa for the Music City Bowl.
Oh, yeah, the football game. Okay.
Supposed to go with my friend Kurt and Alan, who are also UK fans, but I couldn't. They didn't want me to be around them, so I ended up selling my ticket to Kurt's nephew. So it worked out. At least I got paid.
Yeah, that's good. And they also lost really badly, didn't
yes,
they?
I'm glad I did not go to that. We didn't even score a touchdown.
That's what I thought. And their quarterback might be like a first-round draft pick in some drafts.
Yeah.
So that's confusing.
Well, the quarterback that we played was the backup. And this was his first year. He was a freshman. So I'm glad I didn't pay that money to watch.
To be really frustrated and like leave at halftime, basically. Yep.
But
we did. Have you ever been to Fall Creek Falls?
Yes.
They have a new lodge that they just opened up.
Really?
So yeah, they have like a brand new. It's like on the lake. It's Fall Creek Falls Lodge. So it's like we did that for New Year's because I feel like with our girls, whenever we are in town for it, they always hate fireworks. Or like most of the night is us being like, yeah, it's light outside. I guess come sleep in our bed, and then like trying to help calm them down. So like New Year's for kids at this age isn't that cute and that fun.
Yeah.
So we're like, I bet if we go there, there's going to be like no fireworks, and we're just kind of chill and hang out and go see some waterfalls.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
So like there's multiple lodges?
There's just one lodge. So they do like the campsites, the cabin, and they have like a brand new lodge that they opened up in the past year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's not a hotel, but it's kind of like a hotel, but not, because it's like along the lake. It's like a place to stay that's next to a lake that has like fire pits and stuff.
Cool.
So it's not like a cabin, but it's also not like a Holiday Inn.
That sounds awesome.
A lodge.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, and you were totally right about the fireworks, especially here in our neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
Just down the street, they were setting off the mega ones, the mortars.
Yeah.
Ada woke up a few times, but went back to bed. Luckily.
Yeah, but still, you're like,
this
isn't this cute.
I slept like a baby.
Well, you were also probably feverish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I sweated like crazy. More than I've ever sweated in my life, and I lost like 6 pounds.
Is like the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like I hate, like in general, I don't like sweating. I don't know anyone who really likes sweating. But like whenever you're feverishly sweating, it is like the most. You're just like you're just like, this isn't supposed to be happening. I feel like it's what my body feels like the entire time.
I mean, my sheets were soaked, and then like because they soaked, and I was in my bedroom with the fan going. Yeah, those sheets got cold. Yeah. So then I'm still sweating, but you're also freezing. And you're like, oh my God, this is death.
Did Haley sleep in the same bed as you, or did she like sleep in the guest room?
She slept upstairs.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Yeah.
Like you're sweating, you have hand, foot, and mouth disease. I'm trying to avoid this. Yeah. Like I don't want to get this too.
Yep. Well, my parents were actually in town when I started feeling bad. Okay. So for the night that they were here when I was sick, she actually slept on this couch. Okay. And they slept upstairs. So,
man.
But yeah.
It's a good time.
It was.
And your parents didn't get sick?
They did not get sick.
That's good.
So they didn't get it from Ada. They didn't get it from me. Yeah. I pretty much isolated in my bedroom as soon as possible because I was thinking it was the flu or COVID. Of course. I didn't want to give it to my parents.
Not so much.
Yeah.
It's the worst Christmas gift you can give your parents.
But yeah, to this day, I still have not gotten COVID.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we were at me and Haley were walking down the street, and we're up by Matt and Melissa's house talking to Matt, and he actually had COVID, but not knowing.
Oh, yeah.
Until I guess it was either the next day, I guess he started getting symptoms, took the test, and realized he was positive. Yeah. And he texted me and was like, hey, man, I tested positive for COVID, so I know we were in that house. Yeah. Looking at everything together. Still never got it.
That's good.
Yeah.
We had some friends where I dropped them off at the airport and in their van, like they would drive to. Basically, I have friends who have like 2 or 3 kids, so they'll drive to our house and we'll let them park at our house for like a week because we only have 1 car. So like an extra car in our driveway doesn't really bother us. Yeah. And like trying to load an Uber for like your family of 4 or 5 is really tiresome. So like they'll just come over to our house. I'll jump in their van, drop them off at the airport, and then like just park at our house for a week. Something we've done a couple times. Yeah. But so like I did that, and then the next day the guy was like, "So our kids have COVID. I'm so sorry." And I was like, "We're like I don't have like." I didn't actually really talk to your kids. They're in the back seat. Like we're all good. But yeah, it's I feel like there's still that anxiety in the air of like sickness and stuff of like, oh man, what if the 10-minute car ride in which you were trying to be nice and help my family, I just gave you COVID.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about like us or even Ada. I was just worried more about my parents.
Yeah, of course.
Like Ada will be fine probably. And me and Haley.
You'll figure it out.
Luckily our immune systems are strong enough. Yeah. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just worried about my dad because he's had it twice now.
Oh, he has? Oh,
and had to have breathing treatments both times.
Man. Yeah.
The first time was really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, when your dad has to take breathing treatments.
You take things a little differently.
Yeah.
You view things a little differently, don't you? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, whenever my dad had heart surgery, I remember the entire time driving up there being like, I don't have any COVID symptoms. What if I may symptom? Like, you go through like all the
what
thoughts
if
in your
I
head
do
of
this?
like, what if I somehow have COVID? And I didn't realize that. That would stink. Let's see. I feel like we've mostly covered crappies since you had hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Yeah.
So what's been good?
I guess just life in general, being alive.
You're still breathing, man.
And not
you made
sick.
it to 2023.
We did.
Somehow.
Yep.
So you're still alive. That's good. That's a solid one. I feel like Josh not having that bad of hand, foot, and mouth disease is my positive thing. Because I was also like, oh, man, all of us are going to get it. Like,
so you were feeling yucky, but you never...
I had like, but I have like, in general, I always feel kind of meh because I have bad allergies and bad sinuses. Uh-huh. So like me being mucusy is just being alive, you know?
Yep, that's how it was for me.
Yeah, so like, and I never get fevers. So like, if
I normally don't either, but man, that one,
this time?
that destroyed me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's a definite positive is I anticipated... And especially with the girls going back to school on Monday, I was like, oh, man, Josh has it. They're going to get it. I'm going to get it. We're going to be quarantined at home for like 2 weeks. Like, this is going to be bad. And it was fine. So that's a definite positive.
That's awesome.
I do think it's funny to me. The girls start school back up tomorrow. I feel like parents normally are like, oh, I'm so tired of my kids. I feel like my kids are tired of me. That's kind of the energy I feel like they have right now.
How long of a break
like
did they
3
have?
weeks. It's like 3 weeks. Yeah. Granted, there's like Christmas and New Year's in there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're ready for like the school rhythm and routine to be back.
Yeah. Man, I miss winter break.
Me too. You could take a winter break. You just don't get paid for it.
Yeah, don't get paid for it, or you're constantly worrying about work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
So it's real fun.
That's the joys of being old.
It is, or having responsibilities.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the real.
Yeah, I was telling this story to Haley, going to a property of ours for Peachtree, and the property manager was talking about something and how her parents are only 42 years old, and I'm like, and she's like, yeah, they had me pretty early.
What?
And I'm like, oh man, those are really young parents.
Yeah.
My parents are my dad's 77. And as I'm saying that, I'm like, oh my God, that's only 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I'm that old.
Maybe, but I think that's more about how young she was than about how old she was.
Well, I was having the realization that I am no longer 18 years old.
You're not, Justin. I'm so sorry.
I want to hold on to that for forever. But I can also just, I can't believe it. I can't believe 20 years for high school.
Yeah.
This May.
Is it really?
Yeah, 20 years.
How does that make you feel? What does that make you
me feel old and
but
yucky,
like is it bad that you feel old, or is it just like more your realization of the passing of time?
Both.
Yeah, that's fair. You both can be the answer. That's fair.
I am full of nostalgia as well, and I'm like, I wish the good old days.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other things. Yeah, we introduced the girls to Mary Poppins in the past week.
All right.
So I feel like.
So how many times have you watched it?
I think only once. It's a really long movie.
It is.
It is like 2.5 hours long. That is a long kids movie. Like,
especially back in the day.
Yeah. Like Disney movies nowadays, hour 30, maybe hour 20, something like that. Like they're
short attention spans.
Well, also like, thank you Disney for shortening the length, because like by the time it gets to the middle of Mary Poppins, I'm like, oh, I am bored. Like, whereas like Moana and Encanto, I like it. I'm fine with it. It's good.
Moana's good.
Moana is good.
And Encanto.
I don't know. The next 10 minutes is us mispronouncing Encanto.
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 I know my Spanish.
Encanto. But yeah, so we've been listening to a lot. I've been trying to get the girls to talk. Dick Van Dyke has like an almost offensively bad Cockney accent in that. So I've been trying to get the girls to talk in that more often.
That is awesome.
Holly's for it. Magnolia hasn't gone there yet.
No, she's not feeling it yet.
Not yet, but she's silly in other ways, so it's okay. But yes, I feel like earlier in the week we went and we made our own kites and flew kites at Ellington.
What? I forget about that park.
I know.
All the time.
But since it's winter, they aren't really selling kites right now.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
So you made your own.
Yeah, you took like cardstock, like 12 by 12 paper, and put popsicle sticks on it.
Did it work?
A little bit. It was windy enough. It entertained us.
Yeah.
And since we weren't sure how contagious Josh was with hand, foot, and mouth disease, it was an easy way to get outside, not be near anyone, not have any possibility of touching anyone or leaving any germs anywhere.
The weather was amazing.
It was really good.
It went from below 0 to 60 degrees in 3 or 4 days.
Yep. But it's because of the last song in Mary Poppins is "Let's Go Fly a Kite."
So they were like, let's go.
Holly was like, we have to go make kites now and fly them. And I'm like, you know what? You just created the afternoon's activity. So yeah, let's do it.
That's awesome.
I
love flying kites, man. Invite me next time. Come on.
But we could. But then maybe we could have given you hand, foot, and mouth again right as you got over it. So
that is true. So never mind and thank you.
Never mind. We didn't invite anyone. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like it's the. I'm excited about the new year. I feel like Christmas and New Year's is such such almost a thing to get through whenever you have kids.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm coming up for air now because I just spent like 3 weeks at home with the kids and doing holiday stuff.
For us, it just flew by.
Did it?
Yeah.
You were sick for like
But it just, just the whole, that whole December kind of just flew by.
Yeah, December never really exists.
We didn't get to do our normal Opryland visit. But
we didn't either. We normally try to go, and I felt like whenever I went to get ibuprofen, I noticed none of it was in stock, and then I Googled, why isn't ibuprofen in stock? And it was because everyone's sick. I was like, maybe massive events with thousands of people walking through it I should avoid this year once again.
Touché.
So
that is probably a good idea.
Probably not a bad idea. So, but yeah, besides that, we got kid birthdays coming up.
All right.
Yeah, Magnolia will turn 5.
Wow.
And Holly will turn 7. So our next month is
7.
Yeah, kid birthdays, and then in the middle of that is our anniversary.
Woo.
Yeah, we just hit the ground running. We go from Christmas to New Year's to birthday to anniversary to birthday, and just keep it flowing. Just keep it going. Yeah, basically. Yeah, by the time we get to it. So,
cool.
Got kid birthday parties to plan. Well, they're already planned.
Well,
to attend.
We'll plan our next recordings around that.
Cool. Well, let's watch the Patriots lose this game and hope Ada stays asleep.
Awesome.
All right.
We're out.
We really hope you enjoyed that episode. Please make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Nashville Dads. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.